Good Sunday morning. Reverend Penny Honey here with Unity of Flagstaff. Thank you for tuning in here to our YouTube channel. We're going to start this morning's service with a beautiful rendition of the song, One Heart, performed by Trina Getz and her accompanist and husband, Andy Stanford. Enjoy the music.
There's a new earth on the horizon, made of light, not of stone, calling out to all creation, you are not alone. Lions and lambs, saints and sinners, best of friends, enemies, woman and man, losers and winners, they are all in you and me. We are one heart, looking for answers. We are one soul, finding our way through the dark. One dream we share together. We are one heart, one soul, one dream we share together. We are all a part. We are one heart, looking for answers. We are one soul, finding our way through the dark. One dream we share together. We are all apart, but we're one heart. Oh, oh. We are one. Yes, we are all apart, but we're one heart.
Good Sunday morning. Reverend Penny Honey here with Unity of Flagstaff. And today we are in the White Dove Coffee Shop. White Dove, of course, as you know, is owned by Steve Dohse and his wife Julia. And we are celebrating this small business here in Flagstaff. They're going to be opening May 4th, so be sure and come by and pick your coffee up here at the White Dove. My friends, today Steve will be speaking on We're All in This Together, and we are. Thank you again for joining us here at Unity of Flagstaff, right here on this YouTube channel, youtube.unityofflagstaff.org. Remember, on Thursdays we have that meditation moment at 6:30. Be sure and tune in for that. We thank you. We thank you for your commitment to this ministry, and we also thank you for that financial support that you are showing through hitting that donate button on our website at www.unityofflagstaff.org. And we are again welcoming Steve Dohse. Steve, of course, is the owner here at the White Dove. He also owns the Nest right next door, which is space that you can rent for your meetings, etc. He is also the owner of Saba Homes, and we are continuing to see him abundant and prosperous, and we thank him today for being here. Don't forget www.unityofflagstaff.org. You can find all of the events and the plans going forward for Unity of Flagstaff. So I'd like to now welcome you into just a moment of quiet and prayer, keeping in mind that Unity of Flagstaff is here to support you. We are here to hold for you your highest good. And we thank you for remembering that God is too big for one religion. So just a moment, if you will. Take a deep breath in, and we say thank you, God. We say thank you, God. As we open our minds and our hearts in this time, as we open to hear what feeds our soul. And we remember that it is not I, but it is the Christ consciousness within that does the work. We claim it as so, and so it is. Amen. And my friends, I now present to you Steve Dohse. Come on up, Steve.
All right.
Thank you, thank you. We appreciate you being here.
Yes, thank you. I'd give you a hug.
Yeah, well, we'll do that after,
Right.
Whenever.
Okay.
Come on in.
Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to an amazing extravaganza special COVID-19 Unity broadcast coming straight from East Flagstaff, otherwise known as the Hood. Yes. Shout out to Eastside. Hey, anyway, just want to say, love you all. That's part of my message today. We're all in this together, and the main ingredient for all of us is love. Hey, we're all in this together, but separate. I've never been so together and separate at the same time. I don't know about you. But anyway, here we are. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, Reverend Penny says it's not about being together physically. It's about being together in unity, all right, and in heart and in spirit. Okay, now I got it. So, hey, we are and we can be all together in this, in heart and in unity and in spirit. One mind. Hey, I really believe that we are one, whether people realize it or not. I believe there's a connection for all of us together in spirit. And it really brings a lot of life to me to know that I'm connected to you and that we are all in this together in life, no matter what's going on. But during this time, maybe even more so, good to know that you're connected to me and I'm connected to you. And so since we are all in this together, I really wanted to ask you, if we're really all in this all together, if you could just send money my way, okay? Is that possible? I mean, if you're really in this with me, just send all the money my way. No, I'm just kidding. It's not about money, but I know some people are fearful about money right now. And I just have some words today that I want to bring forth that hopefully will bring you some strength, will bring you some peace, maybe some comfort, during this time. In every generation, there's been something that's happened. I did a little bit of history, and I'm not going to go through it all, but in every generation, and really this might be the first thing for us, but in every generation there has been hardship, there have been tough times economically, physically, with sicknesses and wars and all these kind of things. And it just seems like, from generation to generation, nobody gets out without a struggle of some kind that really affects the way we all have been living or what we thought we would be living like. And that's happening to us right now, to some more than others, and to a large, vast part of the population are really going through some tough times. But I want to just kind of bring a message of what I need during this time, okay? And what I need, because we're all in this together, I believe is basically the message of what everybody needs during this time. And I want to speak about love. I want to speak about joy. I want to speak about peace and really acceptance, okay? You know, I don't need hate right now. I'm just saying, because the opposite of love to me, that's just one of the words that can be used. The opposite of love is hate, and man, there's a lot of anger out there, and I understand it, and it's okay actually to be angry during this time. I give you permission for that. But there's a way to take that and not express it in a way that's hateful. I believe you can be angry and still show love to your fellow man. And so, hey, during this time, you might be angry about the politics that are going on. You might be angry about the way people around you are operating during this time. Hey, I've experienced that. I've had some crazy things being said to me that I didn't agree with, but I don't need to, and it made me a little bit angry inside, but I don't need to express that, because I want you to hear me right now. In a hateful way, I don't need to express that. I can express my anger. That makes me angry. That's okay. But hateful is a little bit different. I want to be loving even in my disappointment. Does everybody hear what I'm talking about right now? Because that's what I need. If somebody's disappointed or somebody's angry, I don't need it spewed at me. I need just love coming my way and saying, hey, in a nice, loving way, this is the way I feel about it. And be able to express that in a way that brings me peace, okay? In a way that brings me love. And so I just want to shoot that out to you today. How can you find ways of bringing love to people during this time, you know? And I know it's hard because we don't get to hug and physical do that thing, you know? Reverend Penny, she said, man, I am starving for hugs, and I live off hugs. And I'm kind of the same way. I'm a physical person. But how can I give love? Well, this is a way for me today. I'm glad. I hope you're listening. I'm hoping you're hearing me. I just want to express my love to you. And I want to express how amazing I know that you are as an individual. There's nobody like you. And I just want to say I love that about you. I know you're here. If I could see you and know you and experience you, there would be things that I would pick out about you. That's awesome, man. I love that about that person, you know. And so that's a way that I can express love. My little 2-year-old Lydia Dohse, who lives in Nashville, her parents asked her what, you know, on our little FaceTime, said, what is love, Lydia? And she said, it's showing affection to others. My 2-year-old. I didn't know what the definition of love was, but my 2-year-old had a good definition, a showing affection to others. Hey, let's find a way to show affection during this time to others. A phone call, a letter. It'd be awesome to write an actual handwritten letter and send it off to somebody. You know, try to find that person. Maybe you need to write a letter to yourself. Maybe you just need some love and it needs to start right here. Try to find some way to show some affection to yourself, to those around you, if possible, in some way. That's part of my message today. How can we live during this time that's going to bring some love, some joy, and some peace in this world at this time? You know, I need that, you know, and I feel like if I need it, because we are all one, I feel like if I give it, then I am receiving it. Does that make sense? Whatever I give, I feel like I'm giving to myself. Come on. Are you with me?
Amen.
We are all one in this. And so if I'm giving out, I'm receiving. If I'm giving to somebody else, I'm giving to myself because I'm connected to that person. And so, second part of this little love, joy, peace, and acceptance message is joy. How can I bring joy? I want to be able to bring a smile during this time, even though I might not always be feeling it. But you know what? I have a belief that we're all going to make it through this together, okay? And so if I say, I believe we're all going to make it through this together, that brings a smile to my face, and that rises up some joy in me, because I know the strength of who we are all together. And that just brings me hope, and that translates joy to me. So if there's a way that you can bring a word of hope, okay, and a smile during this time, okay, and some way of maybe, laughing a little bit, even in the struggle, I think that's really helpful to me. And so I think actually it's also very helpful to others. Now, of course, we want to give a moment for people who are really being affected by this personally, with maybe a sick loved one or friend, or maybe somebody has even passed away because of COVID-19. And this is a real thing. And we want to give honor, and we want to give respect, and we want to give, our heartfelt love to you right now if you're going through this time. Or maybe you're just afraid even for yourself, and there's not a lot of joy maybe in that, okay? And I understand that, and we accept what you're going through, and at the same time, I want to be able to bring something that brings life and strength to you at the same time. We've found out, even scientifically, that thinking positive, even during the negative stuff that's going on, finding something of joy, finding something that brings joy to your life, is going to help you through this sorrowful time. And so even during that, try to reach out to something that brings you joy personally. You might be alone, and these things might be affecting you and hitting you hard, but try to find that moment with a friend that you can remember that brings joy, or that time in your life that brings joy, or a loved one, or whatever. Whatever you can do to find that place, think on these things. It will help you during this time. That's my word to you today. Hey, love, joy, and peace. I want to bring something that rises up love in you. I want to bring something that rises up joy in you. And I want to bring peace during a time of some pretty serious angst in a lot of people's lives, or anxiety. And but I got to tell you, generations before us have made it through the tough times, and the ones who brought a message of peace and love and strength and joy are the ones who encouraged others to make it through those tough times. Okay? So I want to get up in the morning and say, hey, it's going to be all right today. It's going to be good today in so many ways. There's going to be some more news that comes my way that might be, whoa, what's going to happen now? But I know, as a strength of a people, that I'm going to make it. Okay? The strength of humanity, we are going to make it through these times. Hey, I've got White Dove coffee, and I can't wait for these chairs to be filled up again, and the vibe that happens in this place is amazing, and people are just having fun, having their meetings, having their time on their computer and drinking amazing coffee, I might say. Probably the best in town, I'm thinking. But anyway, I can't wait for all that to be happening again, and I've, we've hit some tough times here. I don't know what the future holds really for White Dove Coffee. I don't know how long it's going to take to get back up, or really even if it will come back to its fullness. I don't know for sure the future of how this is going to go. But I'll tell you what, I know that I'm going to make it. And I know that if I have people like you around me that will strengthen me and help me during my times where I'm a little bit worried or fearful, that I'm going to make it. And that's what I need from you. I need that, hey, you're going to make it. And hey, I know it's tough, but hey, I'm here for you. We need those kind of loving, joyful, peaceful statements coming our way. So I want to encourage you to be a person who is looking for those things that you can receive and that you can give out in the area of love and joy and peace. And the last thing I want to say is let's operate today in a place of acceptance, okay? Because there's a lot of angry people, there's a lot of fearful people, there's a lot of people who are looking at it from a religious point of view, looking at it from a political point of view, and you can come it's real easy to disagree with all the voices that are going on out there. It really is. It's you know, you might find one or two that you might like, yeah, I can resonate with that, I can agree with that, but there's so many voices out there, it's like, which one do I believe? And I tell you what, I want to just give a word that acceptance, not necessarily of people's religion or of their political stance or of their way of thinking about it, but just acceptance of people right now and being open. Some people think, oh, we should close this whole nation down. We can't do anything. You know, we just got to wait until, oh, the phone's ringing in the back. Okay, well, sorry about that. We got to wait until, you know, there's no, and then some people are like, no, we need to get this thing open, you know, and we need to get it going. Hey, can I just say, you don't have to agree with any of it, but can you just accept people where they're coming from, because they're coming from a place of where they're coming from and how they see it. And openness and listening right now is very important as a whole, in my opinion. We're all in this together. You don't have to agree, but like I started out, hey, you can disagree in love, and you can operate in acceptance toward people at this time, okay? So anyway, today, let's try to cultivate love, okay? Showing affection to others, ourselves and others. Let's try to cultivate joy during this time, however we can do that. Let's cultivate peace, okay, in your own life, whatever you have to do. Whew, man, sometimes I just got to stop and just go, okay, man, let me just have a moment of how can I find some peace here? Put on some, you know, good rock and roll music, really hardcore, slamming stuff brings me peace. No, I don't know, you know, whatever is in it for you. But, you know, find that place during this time of cultivating that love, that joy, that peace in your own life, that acceptance, and then let's try to find a way to get it out there to others during this time. We're all in it together. Love you very much. Have a good one. Okay, see ya.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you for those great thoughts about us all being in this together, because we are. And now, my friends, Matt Devlin and Bruce Higgins with an original song written specifically for today's message. Enjoy.
Good Sunday morning, everybody. I'm Matt,
And I'm Bruce.
and we've written a song for you entitled
In This Together. Welcome.
Well, I miss all my good friends, hanging out, soaking it all in, drinking coffee at White Dove when the big dogs roll in. And graduation put on hold, that job promotion, well, who really knows? Uncertain times got us all on edge, and it's starting to show. And hey, we're in this together, we know it will get better, we count on each other. And hey, we're in stormy weather, we'll ride it out together, we're there for each other. We're in this together, 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 we're in this together.
Saying I like it, but it's giving us time. Hope washing over me, we did neighbors 6 feet away. Where once there were strangers, now we are friends. People laughing and learning a new way to live.
And hey, we're in this together, we know it gets better, we'll step on each other. And hey, we're in stormy weather, we'll ride it out together, we're there for each other. We're in this together, together, together.
Something good is going on here. Hey, we're in this together. Now it gets better. We count on each other. And hey, we're in stormy weather. We'll ride it out together when we're there for each other. We're in this together, together, together. We're in this together. We're in this together. We're in this together. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Matt and Bruce. We are in this together, folks. Be sure and check us out at www.unityofflagstaff.org. Be generous, be kind, be safe, be healthy. We love you, we bless you, we miss you. Namaste.